Good morning. It's Friday, June 6th, and this is something that we all have to worry about because there is a big bill that the Senate is trying to work on, and conservative senators want more issues to be in the bill than the less conservative senators. I will put it that way. The Senate Republicans are headed for a big showdown on what Trump has called his big, beautiful bill, because the fiscal hawks are demanding deeper spending cuts, while the moderates are pushing to preserve Medicaid benefits in a high-stakes negotiation that could determine the fate of what I will call the president's signature legislation. And here are some key takeaways with respect to this bill. The Senate Majority Leader John Thune plans to modify the House-passed bill to include permanent business tax provisions. He's looking for additional savings to win over the fiscal hawk, while the Republican senators Rand Paul and Ron Johnson and Rick Scott are demanding deeper budget cuts. That's creating a tremendous amount of tension because the GOP only has a narrow margin to get anything passed in the Senate. And Medicaid reforms have raised concerns among Republican moderates, even though President Trump has assured that there will be no Medicaid benefit cuts. But we know that Trump forgets some of the promises that he has made in the past. So who knows what will happen to Medicaid? And the bill aims to balance the budget with $1.6 trillion in savings while implementing the largest tax cut in history. But analysis says that this will not happen. This could add $3.1 trillion to the national debt. I don't know how these guys learn their mathematics, because it's obvious that if you do certain things, the debt goes up. The only way that the debt goes down is for you to pay it off. And so in your budget, you must have an amount of money that you are prepared to pay off the debt. But that's not how they think. They just keep rolling along. And the debt could be $30 trillion or some crazy number like that. And the Senate Republicans are up against a tight deadline to pass the bill before July 4th. And the Democrats are unanimously against this legislation. So the Senate Republicans aim to strengthen tax cuts while finding additional savings. That's what they say. But how can they do that? The Senate leader, John Thune, outlined their Republican plan to refine what they're calling the One Big Beautiful Act that was recently passed by the House. The Senate modifications will focus on extending specific business tax provisions that the House version only temporarily implemented. I don't think these guys have any knowledge of the way to save money or spend money. And there's always emergencies that come up, and you have to be prepared for that. A lot of members in the House are interested in permanence in some of the areas that the House made in 5-year windows. And Senate Majority Leader John Thune said in a statement to the New York Post The legislation represents President Trump's ambitious agenda to reverse what he called 4 disastrous years under the Biden administration while implementing historic tax cuts. Now, I have a degree in accounting, and I know that if you have cuts, people will pay for the cut in some way, shape, or form. You can't cut things and have the same effect on the business that you're doing. If you want to cut prices, you're not going to make the same amount of money. Standard, stupid thinking. There has to be a better way to do things than what this group of Republicans and Democrats. The Democrats are at fault also. They're not standing up too well. So these people are going to budget us into disaster. We need to do something intelligent, like raising the limit on Social Security. Why is it only $175,000 or so? Why can't it be as much as $400,000 a year? There are many, many things that these people are doing that they have overlooked. So this package aims to balance the federal budget through substantial mandatory spending reductions while eliminating taxes on tips, on overtime, and on Social Security. Why is this so important to eliminate the taxes on tips? That's earnings. There shouldn't be any elimination of taxes on any earning. There are enough people in this country who are getting away with what they should be paying in taxes. Because when you're a small businessman, you control what you decide is your salary. And then you spend additional money as expenses. And nobody is doing anything about that. So there are many better ways to do things than these stupid people in our Congress and our Senate are thinking. So if they want to upgrade the Strategic Petroleum Reserve and upgrade the air traffic control system and create this golden dome for air security and enhance the border security and repeal Biden's electric vehicle mandates. If you want to do all of those things, you have to put together a much better plan than what I'm seeing here. So I think that we are going down a disastrous road with these new budgets that these guys are trying to create. They need a couple of high-level CPAs working this thing out, not idiotic senators who have no idea about accounting and no idea about the way to spend money. So I leave you with that. Another national disaster about to take over in this country. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.